one. Today is the day that we figure out, would I be able to beat Pokemon Fire Red with only a single Wobbuffet? Stats-wise, Wobbuffet is insanely lopsided, but for a reason. Slow, weak, low defense, but insane health. This is because Wobbuffet's gimmick-based
Hello guys,
has
it's me.
Counter, Mirror Coat, Safeguard, and Destiny Bond. He
Got
can't
hit
learn
by
any more
something.
moves, and he can't learn any TMs or HMs. This means that outside of using Struggle, Wobbuffet can't actually attack without being attacked first. He can only fight by counterattacking. This means the most mundane of battles will still require knowledge of his Genesis moveset, as well as a lot of luck. Just like last time, I'm writing
might
this as I go
as
through
well
the challenge, so all of
go
this
with
part is being written
it,
before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if you think that I can win or not. I bet that I can do it, but that is going to take a really long time. I'm honestly really pumped to see what battles are unexpectedly hard. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Wobbuffet. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. I also won't use glitches or
it is still
I won't be able to use items in battle this time. Lastly, a big thank you to Feltzer for suggesting this challenge in the comments section. Let's do this. So first I entered the game with the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Mudkip with Wobbuffet because Grovyle is cool, and so I want my rival to use one. I named my Wobbuffet Wobobafet. Shoutouts to Gabriel Morton on Twitter for the suggestion. Yes, that Gabriel Morton. And started on my journey. Right away, I find some wild Pokemon so I can start leveling up, and this is around the time where I think I need to go into detail on exactly why this challenge is strange. You see this Zigzagoon? It's the first Pokemon that I have to fight in the game.
One of
He
these
just
don't
misses and
work.
spams Gravel a lot. To attack, Wobbuffet either has to use Counter or Mirror Coat. Counter deals double the damage that I've just taken back to the opponent if it was a physical attack. Mirror Coat is the same thing, with special attacks. This means that I can only do double the damage at
How did he not die? Okay, then you do, baby. I'm gonna bop
even if I were
you.
level 100,
Oh, you want one
a
too?
level 5
Bop.
would still take multiple hits to kill. This also means that if I either guess their move wrong, or if they keep using debuffs like Leer, there's nothing I can do to stop them. Other than that, all I have is a card to try and protect myself from different status afflictions. Destiny Bond is a complete dud move in this challenge, because it just means that killing me would kill my opponent. But because I can only use one Pokemon in battle anyway, fainting would just be a whiteout. After some painfully slow leveling, I go up north to have the first fight with my rival.
No, the
Trico
XP got
leers the hell out of
burnt.
me, but I already have so much more health than it that my counters completely wreck him. Next, I decide to catch 5 Zigzagoons. Although I can't use them in combat, I learned a great trick from my Magikarp challenge, and that's to have a bunch of Pokemon with the pickup ability on the team so that I can slowly get 3 rare candies over the course of the game. Unfortunately, they'll need to be at least level 21, so until I get experience share to level them up with, they'll just mostly pick up points for me to sell. I thought the path to Rustboro City wouldn't be that eventful until I ran into a trainer with a Seedot. Seedot can only fight by using Bide and hoping I hit him, but I can't unless he hits me. So I have to wait until I run out of power points just to beat a Seedot. And because he used Harden 6 times, that process takes forever. That was brutal. Then the same thing happens shortly after with a Magikarp. God damn it. Speaking of Magikarp, I had a great comment on my Magikarp challenge video just asking me why I even did this. I feel like that question is very appropriate right now. On my very next trainer battle, I have the fear of God put into me as I realize an all-new problem. I only have 20 power points for counter, so when I fight a weak trainer that spams Pokemon such as bug catchers who use 4 Wurmples, I can actually run out of counters between them using String Shot and them being so weak that it takes 4 tackles for my counter to kill them. The only reason I won that fight without having to spend an extra 5 minutes running out of power points for Struggle is because his last tackle crit me, dealing extra damage, thus powering up my counter. One battle later, and a trainer's Poochyena causes me to make a horrifying discovery. Sand Attack actually impacts the accuracy of counter. So even if I get hit, attacks heavily early in a fight is one that I may have to use Struggle against. Also, I ran into a shiny Slackoth. It's a bit of a pain to catch because of it putting me to sleep, and also the fact that I can't attack it while it's loafing around. I mean, I can't use it anyway, but you guys would probably crucify me if I didn't at least try catching it. Believe it or not, this is the first shiny Pokemon I've run into in any of these challenges. Not counting the red Gyarados from the Lake of Rage, of course. Many awful trainer fights where they refuse to attack me and would rather just growl later, and I'm at the Rock Gym. Roxanne was horrible. Not because she was difficult, but because she wasted so much time at missing and using Harden that I actually ran out of counters the first time and had to restart the fight, since I wouldn't survive long enough to get to struggle. The second flat out got beat. Nosepass has an Oran Berry and a potion.
Okay.
On the third try, I held an Oran Berry so I could at least last longer, just for Roxanne to use 2 potions. That fight was a lot harder than I was. On my way out of Rustboro, I did Mary, and it was pretty easy. Mirror Coat for Rico. It's nice that the rifle doesn't just attack like blue does. Up next is...
Wow.
Alright, Meditate just about never attacks, to the point where it wasted so much of my time that I had to start using Struggle. It's blowing my mind just how many Pokemon borderline refuse to attack me. This guy has Meditate to increase his attack, and not a single move that uses his attack stat. This is the real pain of the Wobbuffet challenge. Eventually, I beat that trainer, but I couldn't beat Brawly. His second Pokemon is a Meditite who spams Bulk Up until he's fully powered up, then Focus Punch. By the time that happens, there's just no way I'd survive the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to level up more first. I decided to give Steven go back to Devincorp for the experience share to get that out of the way early. I'd love to use experience share to level up Wobbuffet, but I'm not allowed to use other Pokemon in battle to level the normal way. As I'm sure you can see, grinding with Wobbuffet is incredibly slow and eventually, I came up with a reasonably tolerable strategy though. First, I run out of power points for all of my moves, then I use Struggle to grind. Every time I get I use the money that believe it or not, it actually works really well and massively promotes grinding. In fact, you can actually watch a little bit of that grind session in a vlog I did, thanking you guys for watching. I'll leave it in the card in the top right if you want to see that. I got to level 25 and went for Brawly again. This time, using Struggle. Although my insane amount of health is nice, the attack stat is still terrible. And Struggle with Bulk Up and love using Super Potions really chips my health down. This is probably required though, since 20 counters just isn't enough to beat the Pokemon, considering how often they're faking me out with things like Bulk Up. After the longest 6 minutes of my life, Brawly just hardly manages to beat me. I grinded a bit more before remembering that because I delivered the letter, I can just go straight to Slateport, so I skip ahead to there. I clear the beach with Struggle and unlock the ability to buy Pop from the beach house. These are much cheaper to buy than Super Potions, so they'll be incredibly helpful for healing me between fights while grinding with Struggle. And got super for most of its health. Shame about his barrier, my follow-up would have taken him out without him using any potions. I nearly lost against all the Bulk Up to make his defense too high. And managed to win me the fight.
You messed up, bro!
I put this off for a while, but I have to explain how I deal with double battle. Because I'm not allowed to use anyone but Wobbuffet in battle, every time I see a double battle coming, I need to run all the way to the Poke Center, deposit my Zigzagoons, and run the game into a single battle instead. Then after, I run back and get them so that they can keep picking up items for me. It's a pain. Next up is May again, and I borderline sweeper with Struggle. It really does feel like Struggle's pretty much the only way to progress in your average battle right now, until at the very least good thing, so I use it. I swept First attempt, I get paralyzed in one
got
move,
burned.
and then Voltorb crits me with self-destruct. Yeah, I didn't win that attempt. I restarted to save my wallet and tried a few more times, but Magneton is just an absolute brick wall. So I decided to head to the Poke Center and get my power points back to see if I have more luck with Miracle. And honestly, fair enough.
Why didn't it?
Although there's a whole lot of
Yeah, this is what it is. Come on! Stop hitting me. Wait I bop your head off and I do the same to you. Take me, I'm gonna bop that fool like I'm a penguin. Okay, I can do this. I am better than you. That's one thing I'm happy about. Oh, bro. Oh, bro, you gonna tell me? Oh, I gotta tell you some cute words, you bleep. Haters. Block my rank to free. Cold, let's go. Let me do it. I kept hitting. Now you just ruined it. Something. I just have haste. Wait.
possibly be hiding within this mystery egg? Well, we'll have to wait and see who's right. Next up is the fire gym with Flannery. It starts off with a Nooble and a Slug. It is a bit Pokemon who hits hard twice with overheat during a sunny day, but it can body. I get paralyzed under second slam.
Why is it taking damage before?
Using up their hyper potions on the wrong Pokemon.
Dang.
I managed to just Next is up for Dad's normal range, and I think we finally.
It was just at 480, so anything must be right.
Norman's Pokemon
That.
if given counter a go would be even best. I spent all of my power
And the
points on
shoe I got
First up is Spinda, and
Hey, Fricker.
just
Do you
wastes
sting Jesus Christ when I accept you? And now, and the stars are falling down. I can believe in myself. Come on, get me out of here, quick. Come on, get me out of here, quick. Where? Wait.
Eventually I beat him, but my health is very low. Next is Slacking. He's on so that
Do I even have?
that I should have saved.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Woke up and used the safeguard. Then we both tried counter at the same time. 3 times. This fight sucks. Then it happened a 4th time in a row, and I literally turned the game off and on, went to go fish up a Magikarp to waste my power points on, because I'm really gonna have to fight. 2 struggles and Spinda is down, saving 130 health over the last fight. Vigoroth goes down fast without too much damage due to the flinch. We're now in much better shape for Slacking. Unfortunately, we do very little damage. He uses counter whenever he can. Thankfully, I should have more health than him. But then again, he has potions. We trade
Please.
His critical
Oh my god, I lived!
Unless I want to
God
hours in
dang it!
I'm gonna have to grind even more. A couple hours later,
No, I'm just gonna right here.
when the egg starts to hatch. Last chance to make your guess as to what the Pokemon is, everybody. Are you ready? It's Youngster Joey, who calls us to tell us to follow me on Twitter, where I tweet out screenshots of 2 people commenting during the same minute. One saying how much they love the Youngster Joey gag, and the other one saying that they hate it. Thank you so much, Mika the Light Paladin, in the comments section on the last video for this amazing gag suggestion. This is why I always ask you guys to comment, because you come up with gold like this that makes it onto the show. Anyway, a day later and I'm at level 69. Nice. I took another shot at Norman, but even with all of that extra health and some decent flinch luck, I still can't beat his 3rd Pokemon. This challenge is 1,000 times harder than I thought that it would be. I failed a few more times.
Oh my
and that's
god,
when
I went back!
That's, you know what? I'm gonna have to be level 100 at some point. I may as well just now. I'm finding it hard on Jagged Pass, since the experience is and I can one-shot everything. Checking my Zigzagoon's items every few fights, just hoping for rare candy. In the end, I hit level 76 and used 24 rare candies to max out. Here's what my stats were at level 100. The health is incredible, but the attack power is dire. I genuinely don't think Wobbuffet is strong enough to beat this game. I also put experience share on a Zigzagoon. This is to future-proof me a little bit. I'll explain why a little bit later if the problem that I'm anticipating arises. I managed to sweep my way through Norman's team, but even at level 100, it cost me half my health. I also completely swept May. It felt good to finally win a trainer battle without taking an eternity. Next is Winona, and she nearly killed me. I have 70 levels on some of these Pokemon, and I still nearly did. This Skarmory's defense, sand attack, hyper potions, and my own terrible luck all put together, and I genuinely thought I might lose this fight. The next fight with May is a total sweep, as was Maxie in the Magma base, so we're straight on to... Oh, I actually didn't know you if you have only one Pokemon. Okay. I go and catch a Magikarp, name it Catcha for old time's sake, and just use Splash so that it affects the battle as little as possible. I thought the battle wouldn't be too hard, but as it dragged on minute by minute, I had a sinking feeling in my chest. I don't stand a chance. I can't even come close. It's 2-on-1, struggle can't be aimed, so I can't focus on an individual target. There are 4 Pokemon and a buttload of Hyper Pokemon. What's required to win this fight would be insane. Well, 1/16 of Wobbuffet's insane 562 health is 35. That's actually a lot of free health every turn. And it's a held item, not a battle item. This means that I need to level up my Zigzagoon entirely with an experience share so he gets half the experience of kills, and any rare candy that I'm lucky enough to find 37 times, and then fight wild Pokemon over and over until my Zigzagoon picks up an item. And then every time he does, it has a 1 in 100 chance of being left.
You know what? I'm just gonna
I know you guys can be bummed out, but very understanding if I had used some damn potions against the rest of the gym leaders. I know you guys can be fine with that. But I'm not fine with them. I did it. I leveled up that damn Zigzagoon in the ocean 37 times, and then I grinded until he picked up. It took about 2 days, grinding away at the game every spare moment I had. Even while editing other videos for the channel, I was grinding in Pokemon Emerald on a different monitor. This is for you guys. This is for all of you that gave my channel the biggest growth it has had in 8 long years. For all of your kind comments, and for sticking with me and beating Pokemon exploits. I won't be able to use Randomizer to replace Mudkip. Lastly, a big thank you to Feltzer for suggesting this challenge in the comments section. Let's do this. So first I entered the game with the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Mudkip with Wobbuffet, because Grovyle is cool, and so I want my rival to use one. I named my Wobbuffet Wobobafet. Shoutouts to Gabriel Morton on Twitter for the suggestion. Yes, Pokemon Fire Red with no Pokécenter was brutal, but it's time for my most requested challenge. Today's the day that we figure out, would I be able to beat Pokemon Emerald with only a team of 1 Shedinja? This is a Pokemon with only 1 health the whole game, but the ability is that it only gets hit by moves that are super effective against it, weather conditions, and status inflictions. In many cases, it's either one-shot or get one-shot. My friend Brandon did this challenge months ago, so I know it's possible, but people still want to see me do it, and he didn't try the post-game fight with Steven, so here I am. Like always, I'm writing this script as I go through with the challenge, so all of this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can... 1 is easier than usual. Return and Shadow Ball make very short work of his team, and shockingly, we got this far into the run while still being only level 69.
Just
Nice.
think it's in.
The pre-Elite Four Wally fight was an easy fight, so it's almost time for the final fights of the game. Let's take a look at our stats. For a level 72 Shedinja, this isn't bad, although I wouldn't mind using some berries to clean up my EVs a bit, since I know that at least a bit is in useless stats like defense and health. Considering that an Elite Four member is a Dark-type trainer that opens with Intimidate, though, I'll need more attack than this. First, I used berries to get rid of the EVs that I don't need and started using protein to get more attack. I also grind up to level 80 in Victory Road. Here's what we're at now. I mean, I could be strong enough. Maybe if I get good luck on what moves they pick. I'm pretty iffy on this, though. Again, all it takes is getting hit once to lose, so I pretty much need to one-shot everything, or hope they pick terrible moves. Maybe I could get away with Confuse Ray if they take 2 hits to kill, but every time that I have to rely on that strategy, I only have a 25% chance of it working. I'm willing to give it a shot, though, so does your last...
know what? I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, my children are long.